everybody. How's it going? Happy Friday. I look like I got something sticking on my head. Kind of weird. I don't know what that's all about. Figured I'd come to you from the grand living room tonight. Hey, Gwen Broke Cowgirl Homestead. Hey, Lisa Colovi. Glad you're feeling better. Hey there, Holman's Homestead. Hope you guys are hanging in and doing well. 5 weeks out from Helene. Hey, Mountain Grandma, good to see you, my friend. Hope you're doing well. So, one of the things I had on my agenda was to talk about the collaboration that Mountain Grandma and I have going on. And so, let's do that now. So, we have Soaptober. I hope I got that right. Hashtag Soaptober is going on through November. As you know, I haven't put out a video yet. It's kind of hard with Ryan doing a lot more work from home, and recording has been challenging. So, but I've got a bunch of things that I've got written down that I have to get out. So I'm going to try and get on them this weekend. What else? And then we have a candy collaboration for December that Tammy's getting the email together for. And so if you're interested in joining that, please email me or Mountain Grandma. And that way, you can be a part of it because we're going to invite people to join in. So sorry, it was heyday today, and I am still fighting pieces off my face here. Hey, Heather, Milk and Honey Heritage Farms. Hope you're doing well. Does Ryan get the deer in the headlights look when he walks in on your recording? Sometimes, and other times he walks in on purpose. So it's like, it's just hard because he's on the phone doing stuff for work, and it's just challenging to be able to find a spot to do it, especially when I can't do it outside. So that's why I haven't been putting much out, but I have like a bunch of sponsored stuff I've got to get out. Hey, hey, Bro Cowgirl. Duh, I said hello to you, Gwen. I was looking at Holman's Homestead's message. Hey, Holman's Homestead. I hope you guys are doing well 5 weeks out from Helene. And I hope you're hanging in there. And if, again, if there's anything you need, let us know. But we're always thinking of you. We will not forget you guys at all. So, oh, pretty good. That's good to hear. That's good to hear. I'm glad. You're very welcome, Holman's Homestead. Appalachia is near and dear to my heart, as you know. So the good news is, if you hadn't seen our post, or even if you have, I'm going to tell you, we have water finally after 3 months and 4 days. And it is luxurious. I feel like we're being spoiled. No more buckets all around the house, which is delightful. Who is winning, the hay or me? The hay's doing a good job. I'll say that. The hay is doing a good job, Lisa. But yeah, we've got water, so that's really exciting. Like I said, 600 feet deep. Oh my gosh, and the bill came. Oh my God. But anyway, I digress. The bills are still coming in for it. But the good news is it's in. We've got a good flow. The pressure is so much better. And yeah, so we're really thrilled about that. They got us up and running, I don't know, last week, before the snow. Even though the snow was a big fizzle, they did get us before the snow, because what I was worried about was we had to have somebody come with a backhoe. So here's the well house, which is built quite well, does a great job. So we didn't want to have to, what do you call it? Reinvent the wheel. So this is the well house, and the well is here. So literally, we had to have a backhoe to dig where my thumbs were, where my thumbs are, to dig a ditch over below the frost line. And luckily, the guy came ASAP on Monday, and he got it done. He left. He came back when they on his way back from another job and got it all covered in. So the beauty of it is everything was covered before the temps dropped to freezing, below freezing in the 20s, and before it snowed. So they did a really good job. And so it's clearing up now. It's almost clear now from the sediment. The sediment is actually good. It's the cloudiness. And thank you guys. Yeah, we're real excited. So anyway, it's all hooked up and it's fine. So that is the killer right there. No, it cannot be picked up and put over the new well. It is made out of cinder block, and it's probably about 7 feet deep in the ground. And that's why it does a great job of keeping the well from freezing. And the new well is not above ground, so it does not need to be insulated like another well would be, if that makes sense. Because I had asked Ryan that. I said, but what about the new well? And he's like, no, because they block it off on the top and everything is underground below the frost line. So very excited about that. Oh, thank you. Hey, Sandra Stitches, and thank you so much. Well, you do what you got to do. I mean, that's what we do here. That's what we do here. No, it's not a smokehouse. It's we're still using it. That's where the well pump is. That's where everything is for the well. And it gets covered up. So it's worked out really, really well. So I'm glad that we have it. Hey, our treasured home. Hey, Lisa Rossnagel. It's slow season, LOL. I know. I just meant slower. But for us, when it gets really cold, it's funny because I always find it ironic that when we're really, really cold, we're outside more than we're in and it's busy. But my goal this year is to stay busy, but do more fiber work and do more indoor growing and stuff like that. But I'm not going to put the pressure on myself like I did for the garden because that was just too much pressure. Although it paid off this year finally. But it's just exciting. It's exciting stuff, and I'm really looking forward to using my craft room because it's still, organized and neat. Only a couple things out of place. So it's not bad at all. My dill is still growing even after we had at least 4 freezes. That's awesome, Nancy. That's awesome. I pulled out so much dill this year because I have dill for life, forever. And I have a bunch of frozen heads in the freezer for a friend of mine who's pickling stuff and canning and everything. And she didn't get a chance to get it yet. And I got to bring it over to her. But her goal is to have like a busy, but a calmer season than the summer because summer was busy. I picked another 8 ounces of cherry tomatoes today, then got the rest of the plants pulled out. Good for you. I'm glad you got them. That's awesome. So yeah, so I'm working on finishing my first sweater that I've crocheted. I was telling Gwen earlier, and I know Lisa Colovi saw it when she was here, but I carefully measured the armholes, carefully pin them and all that to leave them open for the sleeves because you do the sleeves last on this pattern. And for some reason, when I went to put it on to try it on, and I didn't have a hoodie on at the time, it was very tight on one arm. Not very tight, but tighter, and it was uncomfortable. And I said, well, I don't want that. So I ended up being paralyzed with that for a few days and stayed away from it probably for a week. And now I'm getting back into it and I'm starting the sleeves. So hopefully I'll get the sleeves done this this weekend because I want to start another one with all the yard sale yarn that I bought. Hey, living my best life at 60. Good to see you. Thanks, Holman's Homestead. I'm really excited about it. I've had to alter it to my size because it's too small. The sizes are too small for me. So I've done pretty good with that. I'm pretty good at adapting things. I made, like when my granddaughter was born, I made dresses and all that out of my own patterns and stuff and measured it, and it worked out really well. So I'm hoping to keep that going. But the ladies in my group in my fiber group have really inspired me because they just make the most beautiful things. They knit. I chose to crochet because I know how to do it better, but I'm going to try and do knitting too. So I'm real excited about that. But I just taken my time with it. I was working on it when Lisa was here with her husband, and it was just really cool. I'm sewing while I listen. I have to get the pumpkin dresses for the girls done, or it'll be too late for them to wear them. Yes, go ahead. Go right ahead, Tammy. Sew away. I love it. I can't wait to see those. There's what you showed me was awesome. They're so cute. My sister-in-law knits. That's what Gwen says, 90 miles an hour, and makes some beautiful stuff. Yeah, I am so slow with knitting. And you know what I found my problem is? When I go to knit at my fiber group, we talk a lot and we have a lot of fun, and I struggle to knit and talk. So, especially if I'm working on a pattern, whereas crochet, I can do that. So, I'm trying to get the sleeves done on this so that way I can work on something next when we go to that. Because right now we meet twice a month, but we're hoping to go back to weekly again, which is fun. One done and working on the dark blue one. That's awesome. I wish I could knit 90 miles an hour. I know they say practice makes perfect, but man, took me years to get fast at crochet. I not knit. Yeah, I've got a bunch of things that I want to work on. I think it'll be fun to do. Sometimes you just get lazy and you're like, you want to do it, but I don't know. Sometimes I don't want to have to focus so hard on something. So I've got some embroidery kits someone gave me. So I may do some of that stuff. And I just bought stencils for a pig design. And of course, I had to buy stencils that had other farm animals so I could see if I could use those. But I have a cast iron pan that came in one of those kitchen gift packages. And quite honestly, it's not a good pan. And I don't care to use it to cook on. So I'm like, I think I'm going to paint on it. So I thought that would be fun. Gary's granny tried to teach me how to tat. Oh my word, that was awful. Yeah, tatting is definitely knots. Definitely knots because it's so thin. Well, we got to see if you can get you to do a sweater, Gwen. Especially for your size, it would be super easy because you're a little lady. And I mean that with love. Mine took a long time. I had to make mine a lot bigger, and I was like, geez, Louise. Diesel's in there barking. He's so funny. He slept all day long, snoring. Hey, Barb's Country Home. So, for some of you guys, maybe it's gotten cooler. For some of you, it has not. I think I saw Casey at Ormsby Farm said 83 today in Georgia. Oh, she tatted with sewing thread. Oh, my word. I couldn't imagine. I'm sorry, your dog is barking back. I'm sorry. Diesel's a pain in the neck. He's barking because he hears me talking and he thinks there's something going on here. So I'm hoping he'll calm down. I'm behind closed doors. So it's raining by Barb. Good. I'm glad. Gwen, did you get the rain too? We could use some rain. We definitely could use the rain. The one thing I'm grateful for is the snow we got the other day, even though it melted pretty fast. It wasn't a lot. I couldn't even tell you how much it was because it was like melting, hitting it and stuff. Um, it cut the dust down because the dust was just, it was making you choke. Ugh, it's terrible. But we right before it did all that, we had, the boys' pig feeders, the blue barrels that are cut in half lengthwise. We have them on the fence and we put some gravel down, some small stone there because they were digging big ditches underneath it all. So, but it's gotten a lot colder here, a lot colder. And now we're on the warm up. So that'll be good for a little bit. But do you guys, have like a seasonal I know in Texas it's kind of hard because the temps stay, I mean, they get cool, but you still have nice weather most of the year. Do you, like for us, we call winter hibernation because we do more projects indoors. We don't have as many animals this time of year and such. Diesel is just saying hi to his Aunt Lisa. Diesel did not want Aunt Lisa to leave because she paid a lot of attention to him the week she was here. And he misses her and her husband dearly. Let me tell you, my spinach and lettuce are getting big in the raised beds. That's exciting. Very cool. And Barb's Country Home put out amazing Halloween goodies. She did the coolest video on Halloween goodies. Hey, that's really cool, Heather. I'm glad you're getting rain. You guys need it? Hey, Ann, little Frenchie in Big Texas. Good to see you. Nancy says it was 60 today with a low of 34. I'm always inside. Get out and enjoy that beautiful weather, Nancy. We were, I think, like 49 today. But it's all good. It's all good. Nancy got rain last night. Did you get those bad storms, Nancy, last night? Because whatever came through here then went through some bad, bad storms. Yes, yes, Anne, we are. Yes, we are celebrating it. Oh my gosh. My husband and I just keep walking over to the faucet and we're like, we've got water. This is delightful. We keep putting the water on. It's awesome. Okay, well, I'm glad you guys are safe, Nancy. I try to do inside crafty stuff during the colder months, but it doesn't usually get uncomfortable cold here until the last of December or early January. Gotcha. But the temps have cooled off to mid 80s, which beats the summer heat for sure. For sure. Oh, good. I'm glad that you're getting it then, Heather. Hope it puts out a lot of the fires out that way. Nancy said just rain and wind, that's all. Excuse me. Yeah, we had no rain. We had just had snow. Not as much as they thought. It was a big fizzle. I was hoping we were going to get the 11 inches, but they got about a foot north of us, about 90 minutes north of us in the northern Black Hills, which was pretty cool. So we're trying to figure things out. So now that we've got half of our winterization stuff done. The only thing is the pig waters are not heated because we're trying to figure out a plan B for them because we want to do something different. Hey, Alicia, good to see you, Strange Reality. Milk and honey, I don't have the gardening stuff, so exchange that for crafts and more crafts. Yeah, that's my goal. That's my goal. So hoping to do some crafts, some soap and all that. Excuse me. Sorry about that. I'm making pineapple upside down cake right now because my son is craving it. Well, good for you. That's awesome. That's a spoiled boy. I like him. He's good to his mama, too. Yeah, that does sound good, Alicia. So yeah, so I mean, we're doing really well. We're real excited. The water was a big thing. It almost felt paralyzing. We couldn't think about anything else. But the second contractor was on the ball, amazing. Um, hey, Annette at the Cow Emporium, good to see you. So we were really thrilled about that and thrilled that it was all done. So that's cool. Sad that the American breast experiment didn't go the way we wanted it to, and they're in the laying coop, but that's all right. We'll go with it. But hoping to do more spinning, some fiber spinning, some crocheting, and all that kind of stuff, and knitting. Is the sediment down now? The majority of the sediment is gone. I've not seen any today. So I'm going to say yes to the sediment, but not to the cloudiness. So the cloudiness is clearing up beautifully. They say you can run it for an hour, and I'm just too nervous to do that because anytime we've done that, we've had problems. So a little nervous there. But we've been running it and it's been doing fine. That's awesome, Barb. What a good boy he is. He's a good man, that son of yours. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Congratulations. I love it. Boy, what a difference a year or so makes, huh? That's awesome, Barb. Congratulations. So yeah, and also just another thing to say is I put it on my the post community tab, whatever it's called now. Tony and Angie from Our Cabin in the Woods, they had to evacuate due to a wildfire, but thankfully they are all okay, including Critters, house, and everything. Thank God. So scary stuff to have to be evacuated. And now I know they're going to have severe weather tonight, so say some prayers for them. So they're doing good because it's not easy. Oh, cool. I will look, Barb. I will definitely look. Yeah, I'm glad they're okay too, Nancy. That's just scary as can be. Whoops. Oops. Barb just sent me a picture of her car. I'm not going to share it, but very nice, Barb. I'll look at it better when I'm off, but very nice. Very flashy. And you deserve it. I think you have to put Survivor on the back of it. Starter went out on our truck day before yesterday. Gary got it fixed yesterday. Well, I'm glad Gary got it fixed. It's always a blessing when you can fix it yourself. Ryan got the Barb said very flashy. Yes, very flashy. I like it, Barb. So Ryan got the brakes put on the forklift tractor so we can get pallets and unload them and not worry about him rolling down into the road. So that's good. He got all that done. So we're excited about that because now we don't have to unload 60 bags of pellets off of a pallet and then reload them onto the pallet. Now we can just lift it off the truck and put it right in front of the front door and we're good to go, which is going to be very exciting for us. Makes life a lot easier. So that's pretty cool. Yeah, we're looking forward to it, Holman's. It's going to make life so much nicer because we already unloaded 2 that we did by hand because we heard the weather was getting cold and we decided better to get it. But that's cool. And it was so fun having Lisa and her husband here for the week. We had a blast. She spoiled Diesel. She spoiled all of us. It was so great to see them. We had a good time. So we're enjoying it. Yeah, it was fun. We got to see the Badlands. We got to see Mount Rushmore, Crazy Horse, the Mammoth site, some good food, good restaurants. had a blast showing them around state park, all that stuff. So we really loved it. Um, yeah, it is fun to have friends visit, especially since I've known her since kindergarten and we haven't seen each other in years. So it was really cool. Really cool. We had a great time, so much fun, easy. You know what I mean? When you've got friends that you really could do nothing with, and just everything is just so easy. It's not exhausting, it's not busy, it's just a fun time together. So it was really great to have them here and everything, and so that was cool. So anybody else, like, do you feel like you do slow down a bit during certain seasons? I mean, I know Christmas is coming. I don't want to bring that up, but some people are getting, gosh, on Instagram, they're like ready to put trees up already. Any of you guys ready to put trees up already? Oh, right back at you, Barb. Right back at you. I love you, Barb. Um, on Instagram, I saw people were like, couldn't wait for Halloween to be over to put Christmas trees up. That's a little early for me. Not yet. Not yet. Holman's, I totally get it. Oh, good for you, Alicia. That's awesome. I'm glad you're going to bed earlier. Yeah, not yet on the Christmas tree for me either, a bit too much. I like to celebrate each thing. No slowdown, Heather said. We try to make it a slowdown. But like I said, the past couple of years, we were renovating bathrooms, renovating the living room and the floor and all that. And I don't know. I don't think there'll be a kitchen done this year after doing the well. So we may be having a slower winter than I thought. um, but definitely trying to find more time for crafts and things that I like to do and all that stuff. Still got a list of stuff to get done before winter, and dang, time changes this weekend. Oh, no kidding. No kidding. And I know that, the hurricane probably set you guys behind. Life is busy. Um, and then that dang time change. Time change drives me batty. Ugh, can't stand it. Can't stand it. Leaving in the dark, coming home in the dark. Used to drive me nuts. Lisa Clovey said if the tree would go up itself, it would be up already. I know you. Gwen says it goes up over Thanksgiving by her. Yeah, ours goes up after Thanksgiving, probably about a week before Christmas. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. Me too, and the getting up earlier is no fun. No kidding. Learning to get places now is crazy. Oh, I bet. I bet a friend of mine from Asheville sent me a video today, and it was Swananoa River Road where they showed all the U-Haul trucks that were floating um, by Tunnel Road, and it looks pretty much still like that day, except no water. It's crazy. Roads are starting to get rebuilt. Yeah, I saw that, and it's going to take time. It's going to take time. That's the hard part. Long time. I hate the time change too, Gwen. Barb ordered some trays for her dehydrator because we're getting 16 to 20 eggs a day. Wow. I got like 5, and I have 35 chickens now. They're molting, they're getting older, they're this, that, and the other thing. And I've got an egg eater, I think. I have an egg eater. More than one, I'm sure. I just don't know who it is. Oh, nice. That's awesome, Barb. That's awesome. Yeah, they're freeloaders, Annette. It's that time of the year. And of course, now I have picked up a bunch of customers to make up for the lost ones that we had. A lot of hard work in doing that. And now I have to tell them that they're going to stop laying soon. I don't know. But yeah, they're freeloaders this time of year. So what have you guys been up to? What are you guys doing with yourselves? Do share. Barb's been going to Tractor Supply and selling them outside. Gwen's getting 12 to 15 a day now. That's awesome. I think I got like 5 or 6 today. I have an every other day heavy load of eggs. But yeah, my star players are molting right now. Which I'm glad, because usually they like to molt in January and February, which is not good. Lucy in particular, the lavender Orpington, looks like she looks like a porcupine. It's crazy. Have a good night, Holman's Homestead. Stay blessed. Yeah, if they would lay in the nest boxes. No kidding. Ours aren't laying a whole lot either, Tammy said. Yes, you too. You guys stay safe. Yeah, I have a bunch that won't lay in the nesting box because I have a few that like to poop in the nesting box. So I don't blame them. I'm glad they're not laying in it. Hey, Vineyard Chicks, hope you're doing well. Good to see you all. Hey, Be Charming. Thank you. Very nice of Charles at Bushcraft to send you guys. Thank you. Hey, Rebecca Touched by Yarn. Good to see you. It's warming up here, so I planted some sunflowers this morning. That's awesome, Sandra. Oh, it'll be so nice to see the sunflowers blooming as you guys head into your spring and summer, right? Hey, Tina Ladybug, good to see you. Yeah, Barb, I have a bunch that lay them wherever they want to. Wait a minute. I missed somebody. Oh, I lost it. Alicia's got her second batch of potatoes growing. She's learning history, walking the dog, trying to crawl and climb trees. Crawling is good, climbing trees not going so well. I bet. Be careful, don't get hurt. So again, just a reminder for Soaptober with Mountain Grandma. We're going to continue it into November. And then also there's a candy collaboration coming up in December. So if you're interested, please email myself and Mountain Grandma. Good morning, Annie. Good to see you. A matching apron bases pattern fabrics for the pockets. That's really cool, Heather. Oh, I like that. That's awesome. Good deal. Hey, SD Mountain Man. Good to see you, Scott. Hey, Scott, Rambling with the Brums. Very cool. Good stuff you guys got going on. What are your plans for this weekend? Anything good? I know I have to go into Rapid City and I'm not looking forward to it, but I got to get Diesel's dog food. A soap collab, you make it? Yes, Vineyard Chicks. Yes, yes, yes. So basically it's, like if I want to do calendula infused oil that I'm going to use for soap, I could do that. No worries, Be Charming. Thanks for coming by. If you want to make melt and pour soap, or you want to make hand soap, or whatever you want to make. So we did it last year. We just did it in September instead of October. Happy birthday to Anastasia at Our Treasured Home. Her birthday is Sunday. That's cool. Have fun, Nancy. She's getting big. She's growing up quick. Annette at the Cow Emporium is going to look at her potatoes and make sure that there are none that are rotting. That's awesome. We got such a stinky little harvest of potatoes, and they were little. And a friend of mine came over, and this was before we got water. And I said, I'm not washing all those. I said, take those with you, eat them up, cut them up, put them in soup. So she took them all. She's going to be 11. Wow. That's awesome. It's going to be a beautiful, cool weekend here in Perth, Australia. So getting out in the veggie garden and planting some summer crops. Exciting, Annie. Gwen's going to a huge rummage sale. She had told me about that. And good luck to your daughter. It's going to be out opening day, I believe. Alicia watched Jones Plantation. Scott, more winter getting ready stuff here. So behind. Work's been rough all summer. Yeah. And I know for us, like when the fall is actually nice and it's warm and it's decent, it's kind of like I really don't want to get the winter stuff ready. So we are looking into an alternative way to water our pigs. And I'll go into that in a minute. Sewing and soap making for Mountain Grandma. Yes. We usually use a stock tank, a galvanized stock tank with a water stock tank heater. And it's really a waste of water because we fill it up every day. And we do it because it's easy to have one stock tank heater and it took care of both of them. So we're trying to look at low profile heated buckets versus like rubber buckets. I've seen them that they make them, but like you don't want a horse or a goat bucket. You want it to be a little lower profile. So we're looking at doing something like that. So that way it's not a waste of 70 something gallons of water. It just seems so wasteful. So I don't know. We will see. We've got to look at what our options are. Thanks, Barb. Yeah, I reached out to a livestock watering company on Instagram and she did a great job explaining things to me. But I can't get, at this point after doing the well, we're not going to install a water line below the frost line and install electrical because that's expensive, especially since we need to get below granite. So we're looking for different alternatives. Otherwise, we'll go back to what we had. And right now, the way it's set up is we would need 2 stock tanks. So that's going to be 150 gallons of water every other day. That is really wasteful because I say it's wasteful because it's really filled deep and we lower the tank so they can access it. But they don't need all that water. They don't drink all that water in winter. They don't. And I soak their food. So let me go back up. Power went out on our pole in Ritchie, so we were looking at something similar. Look at Pico Supply. Ruth is a small business online, and she was super helpful. And if Scott, you can't find her, let me know and I'll send you her info. She really was gracious to explain a lot of stuff to me. You have a new perspective on water, not that you were ever wasteful. Always, yeah. Yeah. I mean, we're, like you said, never wasteful, but we never, Ryan and I never liked the stock tank solution because of the waste. And the waste becomes an issue because then it erodes. Because when I dumped the stock tank, it eroded all along the fence line. It eroded all the way down. So it's a waste and it creates ice. Absolutely. I would love for you to join Vineyard Chicks. Yeah, I know that I would love one of those rubber bowls that fit in a tire, like a 4-gallon size. And because we have the tire waters, which are 4 gallons each. I'm telling you right now, in the winter, we usually give them 1 water apiece in the summer. They don't drink it all in the summer. If they eat a lot of hay, they drink more water. But honestly, I could probably have 2 4-gallon waters, one for the girls, one for the boys, and that would cover them. In fact, they don't drink as much in winter, and I end up putting more in their feed so they stay hydrated. I hope that answers your question, Annette. And we just want to, the other thing is we need to be able to access their barn with an extension cord and not overload it for safety. So that's the thing. So like I said, if I could get something equivalent to the tire insert water, which is 4 gallons, that would be great. But I don't think those are made to have a heater in it because they're plastic. Oh, thank you, Vineyard Chicks. You're so sweet. So we will see. We're going to try and see if we can figure some stuff out. Because again, digging through granite and blasting and grinding and however you do it is not an option right now. Because the well was very expensive. So we'll stick with that. So right now what I'm doing is breaking it in the morning because it's not that cold, but we will get to a point that we need it. So I think this weekend we're going to try and go to the farm store and check it out. How old is Diesel? I don't have an exact birth date for him, but we got him on June 29th in 2020. So we were told, so he'll be 10. Wait a minute, let me look up. He'll be 10. He'll be 10 in June. Yeah, he'll be 10 in June. I wish our barn had water. During calving, it's a workout hauling water. It sure is. It sure is. We would too. I mean, calving, you need the water, but I totally feel you. It would make a huge difference. If we put in a barn, we would want to do solar for electric, but we would definitely want water too. Not having water is a pain. Right now, I'm hauling water down to Whalen in the back. But I have the side-by-side. I'm not walking it down, so that's different. I lose about half of it by the time I get down there. I would love to get another boxer, but just not ready yet. On your own time, Barb. On your own time. It's hard. SD Mountain Man, our well is having issues, don't know what is going on, but doesn't pump long and losing pressure. Oh, I'm sorry, Scott. Oh, it's so darn expensive. I will say this, they make a pump saver. And that is something we highly recommend. Keeps your pump from burning out, but I don't know what your issue is. Doesn't pump long and losing pressure. How deep is your well, Scott? Do you feel like you have to worry about it going dry or anything? Because that's what happened with ours. It just went dry. Even during the 3 months we weren't using it. Ryan put it on one time and it did refill a bit. And I was able to get a quick shower. And then after that, we couldn't get any more water out of it. About 2 minutes worth. That was it. But I mean, we need the moisture. It's incredibly dry. Hopefully this winter we get precipitation. I don't want to get pummeled, but it would be nice to get precipitation, have these wild fires put out. Hey, Alfonso, hope you're doing well. I'm glad you got your garden cleaned up for the season. And Scott, for your goats and a mini donkey, you should be able to use those heated buckets. They're a lot easier. I think dry because years ago, after a while, it would gargle. Oh no, I'm sorry, Scott. Oh, yeah. Ours was 150 feet and it was pounded, not drilled. And when they pound, they just stopped whenever they hit water. They didn't check for anything, they just stopped. So this one is 600 feet. Urgh. Oh, the drain tile doesn't help. Yeah. Yep. It's crazy. I hope that's not it, Scott. I hope that's not it. It's just, I can't believe the price of this stuff. It's incredible. Yeah. It's right next to the old one. They were drilling it and they had 3 gallons a minute for the longest time. And when they hit 540, they hit, I think it was 8 gallons a minute. And we took a gamble and went to 600 to see if they would hit a larger flow, but they didn't, so we stopped. But we are lower than all the wells around us, which we'll take, because we think some of that contributed some of the wells that were put around us. I don't know how that works, but we're in a much better aquifer now. You should be able to look online too and see if your aquifer, how your aquifer is doing, Scott, for your area. But anywho, a short video coming on the seeds, not great, but work. Yeah. So we've got a few sponsor videos coming out. Because I'm really late and put them off because, like I said, with Ryan being home, it was really hard to get a lot of stuff done. So I'm going to try and do that and get them out. So we'll see how it goes. All right, guys. Well, I am going to get going. I am blah today. It was a nice day, but it was cold. And I think we're just going to get into the weekend. So I hope all you guys have the best weekend ever. It's good to see you all. Thanks for being here. Appreciate you guys coming. And happy November to you. And we will see you next week. Take care, guys. Love you. Bye.